Chapter 30, Why is it you? Xue Fanxin did not know that the people around her had already started fighting in the dark. Though even if she knew, she did not care. Anyway, it was not her business. Palace fights, house fights, those were all meaningless. Her world was not limited to just one house, one palace. Hence, fighting with the women in the house had no meaning for her. What she wanted was the sea and sky outside. What she wanted was a powerful force that she could use to protect herself and the people she cherished. In order to obtain what she wanted, she had to work harder. 99, 100. Xue Fanxin did 100 push-ups and collapsed onto the ground, drenched in sweat and panting. At this moment, the butler hurriedly ran over and said, "Miss, why are you sprawled on the ground? You're even drenched in sweat. Quickly wash up, the Ninth Imperial Uncle is already here." Xue Fanxin sat up and used her hand to tidy her sweat-stained hair. She said with a little gasp, "Uncle Butler, what has the Ninth Imperial Uncle's arrival got to do with me? I'm just a young girl, regardless of age or status. I'm not qualified to entertain that important person, right? It's enough with Grandpa. I think I should forget about it." The Duke's estate had been busy preparing to entertain the Ninth Imperial Uncle since yesterday. Everyone was busy, even to this day. All right, they indeed needed to make things grand to entertain such a big shot. But no matter how grand it was, this had nothing to do with her, right? But the Ninth Imperial Uncle specifically mentioned that he wanted to see you. He's waiting for you to eat. Someone, come, quickly, prepare hot water and clean clothes for Miss. Help her wash up. The butler was anxious. Before Xue Fanxin could stand up on her own, he had already ordered people to help her with the preparations. "The Ninth Imperial Uncle wants to see me?" Xue Fanxin was shocked. She stood up and asked in confusion, "Why would the Ninth Imperial Uncle want to see me?" She was just a young girl and was famous in the Imperial City for being useless. She was stupid and foolish, and her reputation was not good. Forget about big shots, even small fry would not want to see someone like her. What was wrong with this Ninth Imperial Uncle? Why did he want to see her, of all people? Forget it, let's go meet him. After all, he has helped the Duke's estate greatly. After Xue Fanxin washed up, she went to the living room. To avoid offending the esteemed guest, she was more mature and polite than usual, and walked very carefully. At this moment, the defense of the Duke's estate had increased by a few times compared to usual. There were heavy troops everywhere. Apart from the people from the Duke's estate, there were also people belonging to the Ninth Imperial Uncle. They had the place surrounded layer after layer. This defense was so strong that even a mosquito could not fly in. Seeing such a defense, Xue Fanxin thought, he has to bring so many guards with him when he goes out. This Ninth Imperial Uncle must be afraid of death. With this in mind, Xue Fanxin walked into the living room. Before she could look up and see the person in front of her clearly, she bowed. "Greetings, Ninth Imperial Uncle." When she said the word uncle, Xue Fanxin unintentionally raised her head and saw the person in front of her clearly. She was incomparably shocked and stopped in her tracks halfway. She exclaimed, "Why is it you?" Who could tell her what was going on? Why had Jiushang appeared at her house openly?